Title: A Journey Through Eternal Time. In the vastness of the universe, where the stars have witnessed eons pass by, there exists a journey not of distance, but of time itself. A journey where moments stretch endlessly, and the past and future intertwine. Today, we embark on a voyage through the ages, wandering through the fabric of eternity, where every second holds the potential for discovery. Once, in the silence of the cosmos, time was born. It did not begin with a single moment, but with a vast ripple that spread across the universe. In the beginning, there was only the vast, empty expanse. Stars were unborn, worlds yet to be imagined, and time itself a concept still to be understood. As we begin this journey, let us remember that time is more than a measurement. It is the silent witness to all that has been, all that is, and all that will be. From the silent void, the first rays of dawn touched the earth. The first humans arose, not yet aware of the journey they had just begun. They gazed at the stars, their hearts filled with wonder, not knowing that the passage of time would lead them to create empires, to build civilizations, and to reach for the heavens themselves. In their simplicity, they looked up and felt a connection to the world that lay beyond. And as time passed, they learned to understand the cycles of the sun and moon, the seasons, and the rhythms of nature. Little did they know, they were writing the first chapter of an eternal story. Time moves swiftly, and with it, the rise and fall of empires. Great civilizations like those of Egypt, Rome, and Greece were born from the soil of time. They built towering monuments and wrote sagas that would echo through the ages. These empires, vast and grand, stood tall for centuries, yet time, with its unyielding hand, brought them to their inevitable decline. What remains are the ruins, the echoes of their glory, and the lessons they leave behind. Time erases what it creates, yet within its passage, it leaves traces of wisdom, inviting future generations to learn, to build, and to dream. As we stand upon the threshold of the present, we look back through the corridor of time. The past is not simply a collection of events, but a series of reflections, moments of joy, sorrow, triumph, and loss. Each fleeting second has shaped us, defined us, and brought us to this very point in time. We wonder, what if we could go back, revisit those moments, and change the course of history? But we cannot. Time moves forward, never backward. And so, we learn to cherish the present, for it too will one day become the past. Now, as we venture forward, we enter the realm of the unknown, the future. It is a land yet uncharted, where possibilities are endless. Will we find answers to the questions that have long eluded us? Will we journey to distant stars, or discover the secrets of the universe itself? The future is a canvas, waiting to be painted by the hands of those who dare to dream. And as we step forward, we are not merely spectators, we are the creators of time's unfolding story. But as we travel deeper into the future, we begin to notice something strange. Time, which once seemed linear, begins to circle back on itself. The past and future no longer appear so distant from one another. Moments repeat themselves, like echoes in the vast expanse, and we begin to realize time is not just a straight line, it is a circle. We return to places we've been, to moments we've experienced, and yet everything is subtly different. Time does not simply pass, it transforms, grows, and reveals itself in endless cycles. In this journey, we find that time is both an endless river and a still pond, flowing yet at rest. And now, we arrive at the heart of our journey. Time, in all its vastness, is but a fleeting moment, a gift that we hold in our hands. The present is where everything converges. The past and future are but memories and dreams, the present is the only reality. It is here, in this eternal present, that we find the essence of time. It is not something to be rushed through or measured. It is a space to be experienced, to be cherished. For as we stand here, in the now, we realize that the journey itself is timeless and that it is not the destination, but the journey, that matters most. As our journey through time comes to an end, we are reminded that we are both travelers and the journey itself. Time, with its endless twists and turns, is a story we are all a part of. And though we may not know where it will lead, we can trust that, in the end, it will take us exactly where we are meant to go. In this journey through eternal time, we learn that everything is connected, that every moment, every breath, every heartbeat, is part of a greater story. And as we look toward the future, we know that we are already part of it, just as the past is part of us. So, let us continue to wander, to wonder, and to cherish the gift of time, for in it, we find the true meaning of our existence. As eons passed, the world began to take shape. On a tiny blue planet, life emerged from the depths of the seas. From the earliest sparks of civilization, the human race sought to understand time, to capture its fleeting moments. They built great monuments, constructed clocks, and devised calendars in their efforts to master time. In the ancient cities of long ago, people looked to the sky, their minds filled with wonder and curiosity. The stars, shining with the wisdom of ages past, guided their way. And yet, despite their advancements, time continued to slip through their fingers like grains of sand. As we walk through the sands of time, we see the rise and fall of empires. From the great pyramids of Egypt to the vast walls of China, civilizations grew and fell. Heroes were born, fought battles, and faded into the shadows of history. Some were remembered in song and legend, others lost to the tides of time. Yet, the world turned, and the hands of time never ceased their movement. What do these moments mean in the grand scheme of eternity? The events of a single lifetime, no matter how grand, are but a whisper in the vast echo of time. And still, they are significant. For in each passing moment, history is written, and the future begins to take shape. As we travel deeper into the flow of time, we find ourselves in the present, a moment that exists between the past and the future. The present is a fleeting thing, a breath caught in the wind. It's easy to forget how precious this moment is, for it slips away even as we try to hold onto it. Yet, it is within the present that we have the power to change. It is within the present that we create the future, one choice at a time. Every step we take, every decision we make, shapes the course of time to come. But what of the future? What lies ahead in the vast expanse of time? As we look forward, we see endless possibilities stretching out before us like an uncharted path. We can only imagine what wonders and challenges the future may hold. Will we reach the stars? Will we unlock the deepest secrets of the universe? Time is both a mystery and a guide, leading us to unknown destinations. And as we step forward into the unknown, we carry the lessons of the past, the experiences of the present, and the hopes for the future with us. In the end, time is not something to be conquered, but something to be embraced. For time, like the river that flows endlessly toward the ocean, is eternal. It does not judge, nor does it wait. It simply moves forward, carrying us along with it. As we continue our journey through the ages, let us remember that the true meaning of time is not found in the years that pass, but in the moments we live. Every second is a gift, a chance to experience, to learn, and to grow. Time will continue, and so too will we as part of the endless, eternal cycle of existence. The journey through time is a journey within. It is not measured by the distance we travel, but by the depth of our understanding, the wisdom we gain, and the love we share. So, let us journey together, through eternity, with open hearts and minds. As the final whispers of the journey fade, we find ourselves at the edge of time, looking out into the infinite horizon. The past is behind us, the future ahead, but the journey itself is never truly over. For time, like the stars, is infinite. And so, we continue to wander through the ages, knowing that each moment, each breath, is a part of the eternal story. As we continue on this journey through the tapestry of time, we begin to notice something remarkable. Time is not a rigid, unyielding force. It is a dance of graceful, intricate waltz between moments. Some steps are quick and urgent, others slow and deliberate. The rhythm of time shifts, depending on the seasons of life. In the quiet of a winter's night or the stillness of dawn, time seems to stretch and slow, almost as if it holds its breath. In the bustling moments of life, when we are caught in the rush of tasks and worries, time feels fleeting, like it slips away from our grasp. Yet, both moments, the slow and the fast, are part of the grand symphony of time. And so we learn, in this eternal dance, to move with time, not against it. We surrender to its flow, allowing it to guide us to places we could never imagine. The dance of time teaches us the art of living in harmony with the present moment, appreciating both the quiet pauses and the rushes of activity. Time is a circle, a never-ending loop, a cycle that renews itself with each passing instant. The seasons come and go, the tides ebb and flow, and the sun rises and sets, day after day. But even in this unchanging cycle, there is transformation. The earth turns, the flowers bloom, the stars shift across the sky. The repetition of time is not simply a return to the same, but a journey toward evolution, a chance to learn, to grow, and to become. In this endless cycle, we find the beauty of life itself. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, we too experience moments of fullness and emptiness. We rise, we fall, but always, we rise again. For within the cycles of time lies the potential for renewal, for growth, for rediscovery. If time is both an eternal and a fleeting force, then what is its gift to us? Perhaps, it is in the moments of pause. The quiet reflections where we realize how deeply we are connected to everything around us. Time gives us the chance to love, to learn, to create, to heal. Through time, we experience the beauty of relationships, of shared stories, of laughter and tears. We realize that time is not just something we live through, it is something we experience with others. It binds us to the people we love, the places we cherish, and the dreams we hold dear. And while time moves ever forward, we find that it is in the shared moments, the connections we make, that time takes on its truest meaning. And so, we come to the final truth of our journey: time is both a gift and a teacher. It teaches us patience, resilience, and the importance of the present. It reminds us that life is not about the length of time we have, but about how we choose to live within it. The fleeting nature of time encourages us to treasure every moment, to make each second count. As we reach the end of this journey, we realize that time, in all its infinite forms, is both the journey and the destination. It is the path that leads us to our deepest selves and the bridge that connects us to all that has been, and all that is yet to come. Time is a companion, a guide, and a reminder that life, in all its complexity and simplicity, is precious. It is in the quiet moments of reflection and the grand adventures of life that time reveals its true nature. Not as something to control, but as something to embrace. As we step into the next moment, we are reminded that we are not separate from time, we are part of it. Every heartbeat, every thought, every action is woven into the fabric of the universe, contributing to the ever-unfolding story of existence. And as we stand at the crossroads of time, the past behind us, the future ahead, we realize that the true essence of time is not in its passage, but in the way we live within it. So, let us live fully, let us embrace each moment, and let us journey onward, knowing that time is both our guide and our companion. Through the ages, Through the infinite cycles, we remain timeless, a part of the eternal journey, forever moving forward. As the final whispers of our journey fade into the vast expanse, we look once again toward the horizon, where time stretches infinitely. We are not the same as when we began, for we have traveled through the corridors of time, experienced its mysteries, and discovered its truths. And so, with every step we take, we continue to move through eternity not as strangers to time, but as its co-creators. For in the end, it is not time that defines us, it is how we choose to live within it. The journey is ongoing, and we, the travelers, are forever a part of it. As we move through time, we realize that each moment leaves an echo, a vibration that ripples through the fabric of the universe. These echoes are not only the memories we carry within us, but also the impact we have on the world and those around us. Each decision, no matter how small, sends a wave through time, touching lives, shaping destinies, and altering the course of history in ways we may never fully understand. The great philosophers of the past once said that the present is a gift. That is why it's called the present. But we now see that the present is not just the fleeting moment we live in, it is also the culmination of all the moments that came before. It is the heartbeat of eternity, an instant that connects the past with the future. In this way, we become aware that our lives, though brief in the span of time, are part of a greater whole. The echoes of our actions, our kindness, our love, will reverberate far beyond our time on this earth. Even in the face of uncertainty and the unknown, we leave behind a legacy that continues to echo through the ages. Time, as we have come to understand, is not merely a measurement of seconds, minutes, and years. It is also a reflection of the soul's journey. Our connection to time is deeply spiritual, for it is in time that we experience the fullness of life, our joys, our sorrows, our growth, our understanding. As we grow older, time shapes us. It molds us, teaching us lessons that only experience can provide. The wisdom we gain is not the product of time itself, but the way we live through it. The choices we make, the love we give, the courage we find, these are the true markers of time. In this sense, time is both our greatest teacher and our most patient companion. In every fleeting moment, we find opportunities to deepen our connection to the world, to others, and to ourselves. And though the body may age, the soul remains timeless, ever reaching for new heights of understanding, compassion, and peace. If we could see time laid before us like a vast tapestry, we would marvel at its intricate patterns, each thread representing a moment, a choice, a connection. Some threads are bright, others dark, but each one is essential to the whole. Every individual, every life, is a thread in this great tapestry, woven together by the hands of time. And though we may only see a small portion of the tapestry in our own lives, we are always a part of something much greater. The story we are living is not just our own, but the continuation of an ancient, unfolding narrative that transcends generations. Each life adds to the richness of the tapestry, contributing colors, textures, and patterns that make it unique. The moments we live, the paths we walk, and the choices we make, they are all part of the grand design of time. As we approach the final chapter of our journey, we find that time is not something to be feared, but something to be cherished. For it is time that allows us to experience the beauty of existence. Each day, each moment, is a gift. And though we may not know what the future holds, we know that time will continue its endless flow, carrying us forward into new adventures, new beginnings, and new possibilities. The final chapter of our story is not the end, but a new beginning, a continuation of the journey, an evolution of the soul. And when we look back on the tapestry of our lives, we see that it was not the length of time that mattered, but how deeply we lived within it. As the final moments of our journey draw near, we are filled with gratitude. Gratitude for the moments we've shared, for the lessons we've learned, and for the beauty that surrounds us. And as we step into the next chapter, we carry with us the knowledge that time, in its infinite wisdom, has given us everything we need to continue our journey. As we conclude our journey through time, we see that the path we have walked is not a straight line, but a circle. Time, like a spiral, continues to return, bringing with it new opportunities for growth and discovery. The cycle repeats itself, but each return is different, bringing with it new insights, new perspectives, and new possibilities. We realize that our journey is never truly over. We are always moving forward, but at the same time, we are returning to the same place, the same timeless moment, the same eternal present. In this way, the journey is both endless and infinite. Every moment is a new beginning, and every end is simply a transition to the next. As we step into the future, we carry with us all that we have learned. And though time continues to move, we are never lost, for we are always guided by the wisdom of the past, the beauty of the present, and the promise of the future. As we stand once again at the edge of the infinite horizon, we see that the journey through time is not just about reaching the end, it is about the journey itself. The moments we live, the choices we make, the love we share, these are the true treasures of time. And so, we walk onward, into the unknown, with open hearts and minds. For the journey through time is a journey of discovery, of growth, and of transformation. It is the eternal return, the endless cycle of life and existence. And in this eternal journey, we are never alone, for time itself walks beside us, guiding us, teaching us, and reminding us of the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. As we move forward, we come to a realization: time is not just a line, but a bridge that connects us to everything. It is a bridge between past and future, between lives and generations, between memories and hopes. The bridge is made of countless moments, each one solid and unique, yet connected to the others, creating a path that we can follow. In our journey, we cross this bridge many times, moving between the known and the unknown, between the light and the shadows. And every time we cross, we are changed. We become more than we were before, wiser, stronger, more compassionate. Time, in its infinite wisdom, teaches us that every moment we live is a step across that bridge, bringing us closer to understanding the deeper mysteries of existence. The bridge is timeless, and so are we. Though we may change, though our forms may age, the essence of who we are remains eternal, flowing through time like a river, always moving, always evolving. In our final reflection, we understand that the greatest gift time has given us is the present moment, the now. It is easy to be caught in the rush of life, to worry about the future or dwell on the past. But time has a simple lesson for us: the only moment that truly matters is this one. The present is where life unfolds, where love is shared, where memories are made. As we stand on the bridge of time, we see that the past and the future are not places we can live. We cannot go back to yesterday, nor can we jump ahead to tomorrow. All we have is now. And it is in this moment that we have the power to shape our lives, to choose our paths, and to create the future we desire. The present moment is a gift. It is where we find our true selves, where we find peace, and where we connect with the world around us. Time may pass, but the present is always with us, a constant reminder of the beauty of life. As our journey draws to a close, we look to the horizon once more. It is no longer a distant place, it is here, in this very moment. The horizon is not something we must chase, for it is already within us. It is the promise of endless possibilities, the potential for growth, and the hope for a future filled with light. The horizon stretches out before us, infinite and uncharted, just like the future. And as we stand at the edge of it, we realize that time is not something we must fear or struggle against. It is a companion, a teacher, and a guide. It moves with us, alongside us, helping us to find our way. The journey is not over. It will never be over. Time, like the horizon, is always just ahead, waiting for us to take the next step. And with every step, we grow, we learn, and we move closer to understanding the eternal truth that connects us all. As we take that first step, we realize that this journey through time is not a solitary one. We are all connected, all part of the same tapestry, the same flow of time. We walk together, each of us carrying the light of our experiences, the wisdom of our journeys, and the love we have shared. In this way, time becomes a circle, a cycle that continues forever. We are born, we live, we learn, and we pass on the torch to those who come after us. But no matter where we are in the cycle, we are never alone. The memories of those who walked before us are with us, and the future is waiting for us, just as we are waiting for it. Time is a journey, yes, but it is also a home. A place where we are always welcome, always cared for, always held in the embrace of the infinite. And as we move forward, we carry with us the knowledge that the journey through time is not about the destination, but about the steps we take along the way, the moments, the memories, and the love that make up the story of our lives. And so, as the story of our journey through time comes to a close, we are reminded that this is not the end. It is simply the beginning of a new chapter, a new adventure, a new moment. The cycle continues, as it always has, and we continue with it, ever forward, ever onward. The story of time is infinite, and we are all a part of it. Each of us is a chapter, a verse, a line in the great poem of existence. And as long as time flows, so too will our stories, intertwining, overlapping, and creating something greater than we could ever imagine. As we step into the future, we know that we are not alone. Time is with us, guiding us, showing us the way, and reminding us that no matter how far we travel, we are always part of the same endless journey. And so, with a heart full of gratitude, we step forward, into the unknown, knowing that time will continue to guide us, as it always has. As the journey through time comes to a close, we find ourselves standing before the endless horizon once more. The stars above twinkle with the same eternal light, and the winds of the past whisper softly through the trees. Time, we realize, is not just a journey forward, it is a reflection of all that we have experienced and all that we have yet to discover. In this moment, we pause. The echoes of the past surround us, but they do not hold us back. The future beckons with endless possibilities, but we do not rush toward it. Instead, we take a deep breath and allow ourselves to simply be here, in the present. For the present, this fleeting moment, is where the magic lies. It is the meeting point of past and future, where all things converge into one. As we look back over the path we have traveled, we see the footprints we have left behind, not just in the sands of time, but in the hearts of those we have touched along the way. Time is not just a series of moments, it is a series of connections. Every person we meet, every moment we share, every smile we offer, all of these become part of the tapestry of time, woven into the very fabric of existence. Our legacy is not found in the things we acquire or the achievements we tally, but in the love we give, the kindness we spread, and the lessons we impart. These are the true treasures of time, the gems that shine brighter than any material possession. They are the things that transcend time itself, lasting long after we have moved on. We are like rivers, flowing through time. The river may change course, it may encounter obstacles, it may slow down or speed up, but its essence remains the same. The water that flows today was once part of a distant past, and it will continue to flow into the future. And so it is with us. Our lives are part of a greater flow, a continuous stream of experiences, wisdom, and stories that stretch far beyond our individual existence. The river of eternity carries us all, and we are all part of it. Even when we are gone, our stories will continue to ripple through time, touching the lives of those who follow. We leave behind the ripples, the echoes, the imprints of our existence, and these will last forever, carried forward by the flow of time. Time is not a linear path. It is not something we walk from one end to another, only to reach an end point. Time is a circle, an endless cycle of beginnings and endings, of creation and destruction, of growth and decay. We are all part of this eternal cycle, and our journey through time is never truly over. The path we have walked may come to an end in this moment, but the journey continues, for we are part of something much larger than ourselves. We are part of the eternal rhythm of existence, a rhythm that will never stop, never falter, never fade away. And though we may leave this world, we will continue to live on in the hearts of those we have touched, in the memories we have created, and in the love we have shared. As the final moments of our journey arrive, we find ourselves standing at the edge of a new dawn. The sun rises on a new day, casting its golden light across the world. This new dawn is filled with promise, with hope, with the endless potential that time offers us. The journey has been long, and we have learned much. But the greatest lesson of all is this: time is not something we fear, but something we embrace. It is not something to run from, but something to cherish. Every moment is a gift, and every step we take is a step into the unknown, filled with wonder and possibility. As the light of the new day fills the world, we step forward, knowing that the journey will continue. Time, with all its mysteries, will always be with us, guiding us, teaching us, and helping us to grow. And as we walk forward into the future, we carry the lessons of the past with us, knowing that time is both our teacher and our companion. And so, our journey through time comes to its final moment not with an end, but with a beginning. For time, in its infinite wisdom, is eternal. It is ever-flowing, ever-changing, and ever-present. And though we may no longer walk the path we once did, we know that our essence remains, carried forward by the tides of time. The journey we have taken is just one chapter in an eternal story, a story that will continue to unfold long after we are gone. And as we leave this world behind, we find peace in the knowledge that our time here was not wasted. We lived, we loved, we learned, and we became part of something much larger than ourselves. In the end, time is not something we pass through. It is something we become. We are time, just as time is us. And as we step forward into the unknown, we are reminded that the journey is not over. It will never be over. For as long as we are alive, time will continue to be with us, guiding us, shaping us, and reminding us that the greatest adventure of all is the journey through eternity. As we stand in the presence of the eternal horizon, we see a mirror before us. It is not a physical mirror, but a reflection of our inner selves. Time, it seems, has not only shaped the world around us, but also carved deep paths within our hearts. Each wrinkle of memory, each line of experience, is a testament to the journey. We've made the lessons we've learned, the people we've met, and the choices we've made. In this mirror, we see not just our present selves, but also the versions of us that once were. The child who first asked the questions, the young dreamer who sought adventure, the wise soul who has learned the importance of both silence and speech. We are all of them, and yet we are none of them. We are constantly evolving, constantly changing with each moment that passes. Time does not simply pass us by, it molds us, transforms us, and helps us understand who we truly are. And when we look into the mirror of time, we realize that we are more than just the sum of our experiences. We are the essence of all that has ever been, and all that will ever be. The journey through time, it seems, is not a solitary experience. We may walk it alone, but our choices ripple out and affect the world in ways we cannot always see. The relationships we form, the moments we share, the ways we choose to live, all of these shape not just our own journey, but the journey of those who walk beside us, and even those who will follow long after we are gone. There is a profound responsibility in the way we choose to spend our time. Each decision we make sends ripples through the fabric of time, affecting the lives of others in ways we may never fully understand. And yet, this is the beauty of time. It allows us to shape the world around us, to be part of something much larger than ourselves, and to leave a legacy that will last for generations. As we continue on our journey, we come to understand that time is not something we can control. It is a dance, a rhythm that flows through the universe, sweeping us along as we move in sync with its pulse. We are partners in this dance, sometimes leading, sometimes following, but always moving together in the same direction. And while the dance may take us to places we never expected, or introduce us to people we never thought we would meet, it is always beautiful in its own way. There is grace in the way time moves, a rhythm that carries us through the highs and lows of life. And as we dance through the moments of our lives, we come to realize that it is not the destination that matters, but the way we move through time itself. There are moments in life when we feel as if we are on the edge of forever, standing on the precipice of something grand, something timeless. These are the moments when we feel most alive, when the pulse of the universe beats in sync with our own. These are the moments when time feels infinite, and we realize that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. It is in these moments that we come to understand the true nature of eternity. Eternity is not a distant concept, a far-off place that we can only dream of. It is right here, right now. It is in the choices we make, the love we share, the beauty we see in the world around us. Eternity is in the present, in the way we live each moment with purpose and intention. As we walk the path to forever, we learn that it is not a path of perfection, but a path of acceptance. It is not about avoiding mistakes or reaching some idealized destination, but about embracing the journey itself with all its imperfections, its beauty, and its mystery. In the final moments of our journey, we come to understand that time is not a gift we are given once, but a gift we are given every single day. It is a gift that we must cherish, that we must honor, for it is the most precious resource we have. And though we cannot hold time in our hands or stop it from passing, we can choose how we spend it. We can choose to live with purpose, to love with passion, to create with imagination, and to share with kindness. We can choose to make every moment count, to leave behind a legacy of joy, hope, and wisdom. And though time may slip away like sand through our fingers, we can make the most of every moment, knowing that each one is precious, irreplaceable, and worth celebrating. As our journey through time comes to its final chapter, we are reminded that life is not a straight line, but a circle. The moments we experience, the people we meet, the lessons we learn, all of these are part of the eternal cycle of life. And just as the seasons change, so too does time, flowing endlessly from one moment to the next. But even as we face the closing of one chapter, we know that the story does not end. The cycle continues, passing the torch to the next generation, and the next. And we, too, are part of that cycle, always moving forward, always growing, always evolving. Our journey is never truly over, for the circle of life is infinite, and time, in its wisdom, ensures that we are always part of it. As we reach the final moments of our journey through time, we find ourselves standing at the edge of an infinite horizon, gazing upon the vast expanse of everything that has been and everything that will be. The world around us is a blend of past, present, and future, all woven together in an intricate tapestry, each thread representing a moment, a choice, a life. It is here that we realize something profound: time is not linear, as we once believed. It is a vast ocean, with each moment rippling outward, touching everything that surrounds it. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously, interwoven in a way that we may never fully comprehend. And yet, we are a part of it all. Our individual threads are part of a much grander design, and we are connected not only to those who have come before us, but to those who will come after. In this moment of reflection, we understand that our journey through time was never about reaching a destination. It was about the connections we made, the growth we experienced, and the love that guided us. The journey itself was the destination. Each step, each choice, each breath we took was its own form of eternity. As we stand here, at the crossroads of all time, we feel a profound sense of peace. The questions that once filled our hearts, what is the purpose of this journey? What will become of us, are no longer urgent. The answers are simple: we are exactly where we are meant to be, and we have already become who we are meant to be. Time has shown us that we are all part of something far greater than ourselves. We are part of the flow of life, of the heartbeat of the universe. Our lives are but brief moments, fleeting glimpses in the grand expanse of time, yet they hold infinite meaning. Every choice we make, every act of kindness, every moment of love ripples outward, touching the lives of those around us and shaping the world in ways we cannot always see. In this peaceful realization, we find that the fear of time's passing begins to dissipate. Time is not our enemy, it is our companion. It is the force that moves us forward, that urges us to grow, to learn, and to become better versions of ourselves. Time is the gift that reminds us of the beauty in each fleeting moment. With a deep breath, we begin to return from our journey. The path we have walked has changed us, and as we step back into the world we once knew, it feels both familiar and new. The people, the places, the experiences, they all seem to shine with a new light, as if we are seeing them for the first time. Our journey through time has given us new eyes. We see the world not as a series of fleeting moments, but as a continuous flow of beauty, of growth, of interconnectedness. The past is alive in the present, and the present is a bridge to the future. We carry with us the wisdom of time, not as a burden, but as a gift that will guide us in all that we do. And as we walk forward, we understand that we are not alone. Time has shown us that we are part of a greater whole, that our lives are intertwined with the lives of others in ways we may never fully understand. But that is the beauty of it. We do not need to understand everything. We only need to live fully in the moments we are given. As we move forward, we realize that our journey through time is not over. It never truly ends. The cycle of life continues, and we are always moving forward, always growing, always learning. The wisdom we have gained from our travels has prepared us for what comes next, and though the path may be uncertain, we know that we are ready for whatever comes our way. For in the end, the journey itself is the greatest adventure, an adventure that never truly ends. Time will continue to pass, but we will continue to walk, step by step, toward the unknown, with open hearts and minds, ready to embrace whatever lies ahead. And so, our journey through time comes to a close, but the echoes of our steps will remain forever. The whispers of the past will continue to guide us, and the promises of the future will continue to call us forward. Time may flow endlessly, but each moment we experience is a universe unto itself, filled with endless possibilities. We are not defined by the moments we have already lived, but by the moments yet to come. And as we take that first step into the unknown, we do so with the knowledge that we carry with us all that we have learned, all that we have become, and all that we will continue to be. For time is not a destination, but a journey, an endless, eternal journey, full of wonder, full of growth, and full of love. And as we step forward, we are ready to embrace all that time has to offer, knowing that each moment is a precious gift, a part of the endless adventure that is life. As we continue our walk, something shifts. The world around us, which once seemed so vast and endless, now feels warm and intimate. The dawn has arrived, but it is not just the physical dawn that breaks the night. It is the dawning of a new understanding, a new way of seeing time, life, and ourselves. The horizon stretches before us, a reminder that every beginning has its end, but every end brings with it a new beginning. We walk through the morning mist, feeling the soft embrace of the air, listening to the song of the birds that have awakened with the sun. The path ahead seems clearer now, but not because it is less mysterious. Rather, it is because we have learned to walk it with open hearts. No longer do we fear the future or regret the past. Instead, we walk with a deep sense of acceptance, knowing that every moment is a chance for growth, for learning, and for love. The world seems different now, but also the same. It is as though the journey we have taken has opened our eyes to the beauty that was always here. The simple acts of life, a smile, a kind word, the touch of a hand now seem filled with the deepest meaning. We understand, in this moment, that these small moments are the threads that weave the fabric of time. As we walk, we are reminded of the gift of time itself. Time is often seen as something to be feared, something that moves relentlessly forward, never stopping. But time is also a teacher, a guide, and a gift. It gives us the opportunity to learn, to grow, to love, and to change. Time does not wait for us, but it gives us the space we need to become who we are meant to be. We realize now that every moment we have spent, every step, every choice, every smile has led us to this moment. This moment, right here, is where we are meant to be. And in this realization, we feel a deep sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the journey we have taken, for the lessons we have learned, and for the love we have shared. Time, in all its mystery and complexity, is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. For in the end, it is not how much time we have that matters, but what we do with the time we are given. And as we walk forward, we know that we have made the most of our time. We have lived, loved, and learned, and that is enough. But even as we walk forward, we know that this journey is not truly over. There will always be new paths to take, new lessons to learn, new people to meet. Time will continue to unfold, and we will continue to walk its winding path, step by step, day by day. The journey through time is endless, not because it goes on forever, but because it is a journey of the soul. It is the journey of discovering who we are, what we are capable of, and what we can give to the world. It is a journey of love, of connection, and of endless possibilities. So as we continue to walk, we do so with a sense of peace. The road ahead may be uncertain, but we are not afraid. For we know that time is not something we control, it is something we experience. And as we embrace each moment, each breath, each step, we are living the adventure that is life. The final chapter of our journey begins as we come to understand that while the road may change, the essence of who we are remains. We are the echoes of all those who came before us, and we are the whispers that will guide those who come after us. The past, present, and future are all part of the same eternal rhythm, and we are an integral part of that rhythm. We pause for a moment and look back at the path we have traveled. It is not a straight line but a winding, ever-changing road. But in each curve, in each twist, there is beauty, there is meaning. We understand now that time is not something to be conquered or controlled, but something to be experienced, felt, and cherished. As we move forward, we carry with us the knowledge that our journey through time is not just ours alone. It is the journey of every person who has ever lived, and every person who will ever live. We are all connected, not just by time, but by the shared experiences of love, loss, joy, and growth. And in this connection, we find peace. And so, we come full circle. The journey that began with uncertainty, with questions, with fears, has ended with understanding, with peace, and with gratitude. We have traveled through the endless landscapes of time. And we have discovered that time is not something that passes, it is something that lives within us, in every moment we experience. The past is a memory, the present is a gift, and the future is a promise. But time itself is eternal. It does not belong to us, nor do we belong to it. We are part of it, as it is part of us, and we will continue to journey together, step by step, through the endless, eternal adventure of life. As we continue walking through the ever-changing landscape, we begin to understand that every step we take, though seemingly small and insignificant, is an integral part of the greater tapestry of existence. Time is not linear, as we once thought. It is cyclical. It is a never-ending journey, not towards an end, but towards a continuous unfolding of experiences and growth. Each moment, whether joyful or painful, is a thread that connects us to the vast web of life, to the eternal journey that all beings walk. We begin to see the faces of those who have walked this path before us, ancestors, teachers, friends, and strangers, their stories woven into the fabric of our own. And we realize that, just as they once journeyed, we too are walking in their footsteps, and our own story will one day be a part of someone else's journey. The road ahead may be unknown, but we understand now that we do not walk it alone. We walk with the wisdom of the past, the hope of the future, and the companionship of those who share the present moment with us. The journey continues, and though it may be filled with uncertainty, it is also filled with endless possibility. As we walk beneath the vast sky, the stars twinkle above us, silent witnesses to the unfolding drama of time. Each star is like a story, distant, ancient, yet alive in its own way. Some stars have already burned out, their light traveling across the void to reach us. Others are just beginning to shine, their light only now beginning to reach the edges of our awareness. In the silence of the night, we reflect on the impermanence of all things. Just as the stars burn brightly but eventually fade, so too do the moments of our lives. And yet, in their fading, they leave behind something beautiful, a memory, a lesson, a connection that transcends time. The silence of the stars reminds us that even in the quietest moments, there is meaning. There is life. There is time. We now understand that time is not something to be conquered or measured, but something to be danced with. It is like a partner, sometimes pulling us close, sometimes leading us in a different direction. There are times when we resist, and times when we embrace the rhythm of life. But through it all, the dance continues, with its ups and downs, its slow waltzes and its swift pirouettes. The dance of time is not about control, but about surrendering to the flow, trusting that each step, each movement, brings us closer to understanding. As we move through life, we begin to see that time, like the dance, has its own rhythm. There are moments of stillness, where time seems to stretch on forever. And then there are moments of sudden rush, where everything happens at once, and we must move quickly to keep up. But through it all, we are learning to listen to the music of time, to move with it, and to find our own place in the ever-turning dance. As we walk through the landscape of time, we are drawn to the heart of our journey, the place where all things converge. It is not a physical location, but a spiritual one, a place of deep connection to ourselves and the universe. In this place, we understand that the journey is not about reaching a destination, but about becoming who we are meant to be. It is about embracing the entirety of the experience, the good and the bad, the moments of light and the moments of shadow. In the heart of the journey, we find peace. We find acceptance. We find the courage to move forward, knowing that each step we take, no matter how small, is a step toward the realization of our fullest potential. The journey is not about perfection, but about growth. It is about becoming more deeply aligned with our true selves, and with the timeless, eternal flow of life. As we approach the end of our journey, we realize that the path we have walked is a circle. The beginning and the end are not separate, but interconnected, flowing into one another. Just as the past has shaped the present will shape the future. The journey does not end with the passing of time, rather, it continues to spiral outward, reaching into eternity. We understand now that we are not merely travelers on a road, but participants in the great, cosmic dance of time. And though we may come to the end of this chapter, we know that it is not truly an end, but a new beginning. The circle of time is endless, and we are part of it, eternally moving, eternally growing, eternally learning. And so, we pause to reflect on the journey we have taken. The landscapes we have traversed, the moments we have experienced, and the lessons we have learned. We have walked through time, and in doing so, we have discovered that time is not something to be feared or controlled, but something to be embraced and celebrated. It is the fabric of our lives, the thread that connects us all, and the canvas upon which we paint our stories. As we look back on the path we have walked, we see not just the footsteps we have left behind, but the footprints of all those who have walked before us, and all those who will follow in our wake. We are part of a much larger story, a story that stretches beyond time, beyond space, beyond the limits of human understanding. And with this realization, we step forward once more, knowing that the journey is never truly over. For time, in all its mystery and beauty, continues to unfold. And so, we walk on, with open hearts, ready for whatever comes next. As we walk forward, we realize that the journey is not about the destination, but about the steps we take along the way. Every twist and turn, every obstacle and breakthrough, has brought us closer to understanding that life is not linear, it is a cycle. A never-ending spiral of growth, discovery, and transformation. And in each moment, we are becoming more attuned to the eternal rhythm of the universe, which pulses with energy, time, and life. In this passage of eternity, we feel the weight of all that has come before us and all that is yet to come. We are not isolated in our journey, we are part of something far greater than ourselves. The stories of those who have walked before us, the lives they led, the struggles they faced, and the wisdom they gained, are all intertwined with ours. And just as we carry their legacy forward, so too will others carry ours into the future. In the stillness of the night, we find ourselves standing on the edge of a vast ocean, a place where time seems to stand still. The waves lap against the shore with a quiet rhythm, and we realize that the ocean is a timeless witness to all that has ever been and ever will be. It has seen the rise and fall of empires, the birth and death of countless beings, and the endless ebb and flow of life. As we stand there, we understand that time itself is not just a force that shapes us, but a silent witness to our existence. It observes, it records, and it remembers. Everything we do, every choice we make, is captured by time and held in its embrace. The ocean, like time, is vast and unknowable, yet it is always present, always flowing, always part of the eternal cycle. In the distance, we see a great gathering, a meeting of souls, each one different, yet each one part of the same cosmic dance. Some are young, full of potential and hope, while others are older, their faces etched with the wisdom of 1,000 lives. Together, they form a vast circle, a community of beings who have all walked the path of time in their own unique ways. As we join them, we feel the warmth of their presence, the connection that transcends time, space, and form. In this gathering, there is no division, no separation between past, present, or future. All are one, bound together by the shared experience of existence. And we realize that this gathering, this meeting of souls, is not a moment in time, but an eternal truth that we are never truly alone. We are always part of something greater, something that exists beyond the limits of time. As the first light of dawn breaks over the horizon, we feel a profound sense of peace. The darkness that once seemed overwhelming has given way to the soft glow of morning, and with it comes a new understanding. Time, we now know, is not something that confines us, it is something that guides us, that shapes our experiences and our growth. It is a constant companion, leading us forward through the vast expanse of existence. In the light of the new day, we see the beauty in the passage of time not as something to fear or resist, but as something to embrace. Each moment, each breath, is a gift. And though the journey may sometimes feel long and uncertain, we know that we are walking it with purpose, with meaning, and with a deep sense of connection to all that is. As we approach the end of our journey, we come to a place where a single flame burns brightly, casting its light into the darkness. This flame represents the eternal spark of life, the undying life that exists within all of us, no matter how far we travel or how much time passes. It is the fire of creation, the energy that drives the universe forward, that sustains us in times of darkness and guides us through the unknown. We stand before this flame, knowing that it is both an ending and a beginning. The journey we have taken, the lessons we have learned, have all been part of the process of awakening to the eternal truth that resides within us all. And now, as we stand in the glow of this flame, we understand that the journey never truly ends. It simply transforms, evolving into new forms, new paths, new possibilities. And so, with a final, peaceful breath, we take the next step not towards a destination, but towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe. We know that the journey will continue, and that time, with all its mysteries and wonders, will always be there, guiding us along the way. But now, we walk with a greater awareness, with a sense of purpose and connection that transcends the limitations of time. As we take this step, we are not alone. We are surrounded by the echoes of those who have walked before us, and the hopes of those who will follow. And in this moment, we realize that we are part of a vast, eternal circle, a never-ending journey that stretches across time, space, and existence itself. And so, we continue on, knowing that no matter where the journey takes us, we are never truly lost. For time, in its infinite wisdom, will always lead us home. That's the end of today's story. See you.